In September 1994, I became a receptionist at Sacred Heart Church. Less than a year before that, I had had a small surgery that went terribly wrong. Septicemia set in, my heart stopped, and I died. But they were able to revive me. I was on life support for a month, and then I had months of painful recovery and physio. I was debilitated, and I could only work a couple of days a week at first. But I get energy from having people all around me. Bill Meek took care of general stuff at the church. Lucienne Meek, Bill's wife, had developed a program for people coming to the city from reservations, life skills and so on. So there were students too, all kinds of young people. My recovery was aided by all of these people, as well as some of the working girls and homeless men who would visit even though the church had stopped serving food. Mustard Seed was doing that then. But we had coffee and company and cigarettes. Once I started working there, I had to roll a third pack of cigarettes every day. I smoked 2 packs a day. But I needed that in order to be able to share with people from the street. In 1994, Church Street was more like Party Street. The York, International, and Royal hotels still did a thriving business on 96th Street, and many women worked on the street. The church steps were a favorite meeting place for dealers selling their drugs. Sometimes I'd get mad at them and just go, "Guys, it's a church." By the summer of 1995, I made enough money to live on. But when I was first at Sacred Heart, I needed help from the food bank. Gail Meek ran it, and she'd call Father Jim, and he'd come down to the Mustard Seed Church and drive me home because they gave me so much food I couldn't carry it all. We've been friends, Father Jim and I, for a long time. He says yes to everything I've asked, except for when he got his new truck. He did eventually start lending it to me, but it took quite a while. I'd asked to use the church for sober dances. Yeah, sure thing. Anytime I needed a meeting, especially meetings for the community. He opened the church up to the Macaulay community. All my relations, says Father Jim. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to be a Catholic to go to Sacred Heart. It's amazing what Father Jim has done. Many very special people have moved into the neighborhood and work in nonprofits and serve the poor. I am gobsmacked by the community of people living in poverty. So many times I've seen them share food, give away their last bit of money to someone who needs it more. Miracles happen every day on Church Street. When people have no hope, no way out, someone will help them in an unexpected way at just the right moment. In this neighborhood, it happens every day. I've seen it and I've experienced it. In 2004, I moved into Inroads Housing Cooperative with my foster son. I knew the area was becoming gentrified, and we really needed to protect this welcoming small community as much as possible. So I worked on getting historical designation for Church Street. Church Street is full of stories about immigrants who came to the city, about people living all sorts of lives. In this area, there are lots of groups with different ideas, but everyone seemed to agree right away on the historical designation for Church Street. When I went to Concordia University in 1997, I never imagined that I would end up with a double minor in history and religious studies. When I moved a half a block off of Church Street, I recognized my deep emotional and spiritual connection to Church Street. They're going to take me out of my house in a pine box.